let me know if there's any more audio issues, because this is so frustrating, because I try to get it set up and it's like either like way too soft or way too loud. It's craziness. Yeah, if you guys can hear me with my audio, see, what was happening before is my audio was just way too loud, and the music was like super soft, but apparently now it's like I have the complete opposite issue where my audio is super, super soft and the music is loud, so yeah. Yeah, I did the whole Dollar Tree thing. I actually bought that Spider-Man and was trying to convert him into like a thing, and I was trying to sculpt him, but I kind of gave up on it. Something like that. Obviously, he would make a good giant, but you'd have to, you know, somehow get rid of the Spider-Man aspect of him, because he's got the little raised thing on his chest for his uniform and stuff. So. Well, I gotta do some research online, frankly, about the whole audio thing and see what's going on with XSplit. Because from what I'm seeing in XSplit right now, like, I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, so I'll actually go online right now and have the correct name of these miniatures that I'm working with. As you can see, I'm just putting a flat thing of kind of rusty red on here. Just very basic. These are very basic miniatures. Most of them are too big. So most of them are, you know, just way too big to use with D&D. But there are some good stuff here. So this is what's known as the Fantasy Creatures Action Playset. Which normally, of course, I don't deal with miniatures like these, but this time, hey man, it's going to be like, you know, if it primes well and it looks somewhat okay, then I'll try to see what I can do with it. So the name of the game here is just to give these things a really fast speed painting coat here and see what's going on. See if they look okay in the end. This will be part of my video looking at these. I was super surprised. Like, normally these guys, terrible, you can't prime them. But this time, man, it seemed to be okay. Alright, cool. Very nice. So, base coat down on this guy. Let's take a look at some of the other guys we have here. We have some lovely ogres, which are nice miniatures. And I'm going to be doing these with the classic, you know, yellowish ogre flesh. So I'm going to get some nice mustard yellow here, which is messed up. This is some of my oldest paint. Mix that in with some golden yellow. We're going to hopefully get some paint that we can use. Again, like I said in the intro, I was very surprised that these guys were actually, you were able to prime these guys as well as you could. Very happy about that. Again, I'm using cheap camel hair brushes. These are crafting brushes. No need to get anything really nice to do, just some straight up. Monster D20. Kobolds, usually the best set is going to either be the Nolzur's Kobolds or the Kobolds that you can get from Reaper. I like the Reaper Kobolds, a lot of people don't. So just go to the Reaper miniature website and search for Kobolds to see what they have on offer in both metal and plastic. And the Wizards has the official Nolzur's Unpainted Kobolds. So, those are both packs of 3, I believe. What if I don't want to paint? I actually soaked these in rubbing alcohol before I painted, which worked out, I think, really well. Darker gray than I have. Umber brown. Yeah. So as you can see, this wizard guy is way bigger in scale. So obviously I cannot use him for any kind of miniature. So I'm gonna paint this guy like a statue. Make this guy really deep gray statue base. And dry brush him up a little bit with some lighter grays to give him that statuesque look. Yeah, pre-painted stuff, super expensive. And yes, you're right. I forget which set. I believe it's the Chardonnay has the classic Kobold Spearman guys, which are a cool sculpt. And I think they might... I'm not sure which has which, so you'd have to do some research. But yeah, I gotta paint those up one of these days. Finish my Kobold army. So done with that. So with our dragon here, what we want to do is probably do some deeper red. Yeah, see, this is... I have to do the thing where I focus in a little bit better. Because, like, this is not, it's not focusing all that great. So, I think with this guy here, we're going to have to do a little bit of dry brushing. And do some orangish, maybe. Let's do a little bit of burning orange. You know, doing, you know, I don't know, you know, I would have to come up with a better format, I think. I'm trying to get my camera better, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see here. Nope. Alright. So again, we gotta remember that these miniatures are super inexpensive, so it would be a shame to waste a lot of time getting them painted. So we want to try to get these painted as quickly as possible, with the least amount of fuss and muss. Yeah, see. I think I'm just gonna give this guy's orange wings. Just not worry too much about him, because I'm already 19 minutes in and I'm slowing down, which is no good. Again, with these miniatures here, you cannot spend too much time on them. Be much better off spending time focusing on miniatures that have much nicer details and whatnot. what I'm doing is I'm just trying to hit the absolute biggest details and not worry too much about getting stuff perfect. This one's actually got a little nose horn on him, so I could have done him as a blue dragon. If this turns out okay, then I might take my time and do another one of these guys up as a blue dragon.
Yes, adore you all of the time. I like to. I like to. I like to love you every day. I like to love you, love you. I like to love you, love you.
Yeah, see, with this guy, you don't want to make too much thing out of it. It's a cheap miniature. There's a little bit of detail there you can hit here and there. You don't want to waste like a ton of time. So, it's a very simple color scheme. You know, make his legs and his wing membrane a different color, and then we can go from there. So I think our base coat for that guy is done. Yeah, Warhammer stuff is expensive. It's really nice, but it's super expensive. I don't own that much. The little bit of Warhammer stuff that I do own is I got stuff from eBay. And, you know, paints are good because you can get them at local stores where you can get, like, discounts and sales and stuff every once in a while. I don't know. I had a lot of bad experiences getting Citadel paints from the ye olde Amazon because, man, Citadel paints are... They tried to sell me some that were clearly dried out and old. So just, you know, remember that, you know, if you're going to buy your stuff from Amazon, double check the seller rating. I would say that some of them are actually worth some time. The Chardonnay guy himself, I spent a little bit of time painting because it's a huge model, which actually turned out great. But yeah, the vast majority of them, though, are, I would say, just quick paint them and for table use. And you know, that's what they're really good for, because they're specifically models of old Hasbro D&D monsters. So, but yeah, no, the Ashardalon himself is a huge dragon, which I took some time painting, and it looks pretty amazing. Reaper Bones, you'll have to see. I mean, you just look on the Reaper Bones website and see what they have, and if you really need something from Reaper Bones, then, you always have the option of, buying it directly from them. I think Reaper Bones obviously has a much bigger assortment, but when you buy the board game, you get a nice, solid collection of miniatures, which, could be a great starting point. The more I work with these guys here, I actually like them a lot. They got kind of an old school look to them. Obviously, they look super weird in certain aspects, but I really am enjoying finding that there's a little bit of detail on these that I did not see before. Painting these two guys up. Obviously, one's supposed to be a two-headed monster, but it's not big enough to be a two-headed Etten for D&D, so I'm just painting him up like he's just a regular ogre. I've been collecting miniatures for about 5 years now, and I don't even know how many I have. I have a lot. I have a lot in my collection. I buy some, I sell some, so it's difficult. I buy eBay lots, so I get like this huge assortment of miniatures, and then I kind of go through it and I resell it. So it's a continual cycle of me getting the miniatures that I want in these huge lots, and then selling the rest back on eBay. And getting cheap miniatures like this. What kind of clothes? Alright, hey, chat, I will do a poll. What color should their kilts be? Because I think I'm gonna have these. I'm gonna just have them dressed up in just. I don't want to do brown because I have too many browns. So some sort of weird color. Somebody give me a suggestion. Of what color their kilts could be. Plaid, I don't know, man. For speed painting, I would rather do plaid on a miniature that was not a cheap miniature. A washed out pink. That's interesting. A washed out pink. That's an interesting one. I think I'll actually try that on one. Washed out pink. Alright, washed out pink and then green and white. Plaid's a very good suggestion. I will definitely do plaid at a later date when I'm painting up my, maybe my Reaper guy. Let's get a really washed out pink. I'll just do a regular pink color and then I'll wash it out with brown so it looks disgusting. Proper disgusting. You can't really see it. Yeah, I really love. I love the different browns on cloaks and stuff, but yeah.
Will you take part in my life, my love? That is my dream. Life is but a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. Life is but a dream. It's what you
Yeah, I didn't have a good experience with the Tin-Me skeletons, which are the skeletons which are 100 for $15. I did not have a very good experience with those at all. I think they come from different manufacturers. The ones that I got that were the 100 skeletons on Amazon, I was not able to prime successfully. So yeah, I would, I definitely would not suggest the Tin-Me skeletons or the 100 skeletons on Amazon. Those are not, I did not have good luck with those myself. How long would a Trask take? Well, I mean, there's people on the Reaper forums that can paint these huge miniatures in, like, hours. So it depends on how good of a Trask you want. For me, I could probably paint it in Trask in, like, I don't know, for a decent paint job. I have no idea. I actually own a Trask that I have not painted yet. So I'll have to see. If I'm ever going to paint a Trask, I will 100% have to devote an evening to it. Alright, so I'm trying to showcase here. I did this once before, if you can get it to focus. So, I'm trying to get it focused here. So what you want to do is make sure there's not a ton on your brush. And then you can just sort of, just a light touch, and it'll hit the top of it, which is what you want. And then you'll get a nice coat there without hitting the underneath. And then the same thing for these little bits here. You just kind of have the brush and you kind of do a little dry brush. And then you can, whoop, see this is dangerous. Can't get it going. So yeah, see, I gotta get a better situation with my camera here. I started out with Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay version, the second edition of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay. It's a very amazing game. D&D 5e, I believe, had a lot of interesting stuff that I believe was maybe indirectly taken from the Warhammer Fantasy stuff. So that was really cool. The Warhammer Fantasy 2nd Edition, I love the system so much. It's all D10s. It's very nice. I enjoy it very much so. Forever dropping stuff here. It's no good. No good at all. I have Ruddy Leather, but I think I want to go. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. The Hogpog, when you plug it into XSplit, is just, there's nothing I can do about the thing. It's just the way the thing happens, and I don't have enough. Maybe eventually I can do that. Party City had elk miniatures. That's interesting. I will have to check that out. I did not realize they had elk miniatures. That sounds super interesting. I know Party City had those. They had the Dollar General miniatures that everybody was talking about. They had a version of that. I've never been able to find any miniatures in my Party City. I actually, on the somebody was talking about that, so I was trying to find some and was not able to find any. All right, so I want to use a little bit of white here because we're gonna pick out a couple of this guy's teeth, which will be a very detailed little gig. Again, I shouldn't be doing this because these are. You can barely see the detail, but it's there. Yeah, I like this. This guy has kind of a tropical theme going on now. You can get a little bit of a handle here. The green snotty things looks more like he's got a grass skirt going on. Looks very nice. Very nice. And you can see that I made sure that the paint was super watered down for that base coat. So you can see that, get an idea for stuff going on. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I was looking in the goodie bag thing last time, but I did not find that, so I will have to look around. Oh man, see? That's what happens. Old paint! Dang you, old paint! guy's got like wraps and stuff, which are always a pain. What I usually like to do is just paint them in white and then just do a heavy wash on them so they look all dirty. It's the easiest way to deal with wraps on monsters. See, sometimes with the cheap miniatures like this, the primer just won't stick to them at all. So that means if you mess around with the miniatures or they drop on the floor, then boom. Why did I pick an owlbear? I don't know. For a while, like the owlbear miniature was kind of like the mascot of my channel. I was super pleased with the way that one of my first sculpts turned out like that. So I thought it was an interesting idea. Originally, I wanted to have myself and the owlbear be my profile pic, but it was a little bit weird. So I figured just the owlbear would be fun. I think he's he's an interesting little mascot character for my channel. Yeah, I keep on hearing that thing about glue, and I have tried it many times, and it's not really been very satisfactory. I'm gonna keep on trying to do it, but yeah, most of the time I think it's just if you have to resort to that, then probably, yeah, I don't know. Right. Boom, boom, boom. I should have a red mohawk. Ze kan wij, ja. My first miniature I painted was a Reaper elf. It's just a remainder of miniatures kind of left over from the gaming shop that was no longer going to carry miniatures. So yeah, that was my first miniature. So great. Alright, these guys are looking okay. Oh, this guy's got a nose ring. See, you see all these little things here, and then you start to notice that they got little details you didn't notice before. Alright. Let's see here. While that dries, we're going to get the wizard here some nice dry brushing. Gonna dry brush him in concrete gray so we can start to get his ooh, that's cool. McDonald's minion arm, that's awesome.
Emphasis to certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound, impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.
Boom. This playlist is the no copyright background music. No copyright background music. What is this? What is this? I have this listed here. Yeah, I don't think it'll allow me to paste into the chat. I'm pretty sure it won't. Boom. Alright, so that guy is turning out to look like a proper young dragon. So all we gotta do is let him dry and then maybe pick out some details. And then these guys, we're definitely gonna do just a big old strong tone. We're gonna just we're just gonna basically just do a full wash on these dudes here. I should run a game, frankly. One of these times. I need to organize it. Ooh, I was thinking that I'd feel bad that I watched this guy, but this is actually turning out to be pretty great. I mean, with these miniatures here, I mean, it's just like, you could really try to, like, you know... I actually really like this guy. This guy looks super old school. That looks super old school. I actually like that a lot. Two-headed ogre, that just looks really nice. I mean, that turned out nice. The green skirt, I mean, he just looks like he's an ogre from a tropical island of Chult or something. Really nice. Yeah, he's a Hawaiian ogre. That is exactly what he is. That is really nice. I'm super pleased about that. I'm gonna let him dry a little bit. Same wash on this guy here. As I said before, he's got these wrappings around his legs and arms, which the easiest way of doing that, just give a really dirty brown wash, and that will actually handle that quite nicely, and his wrappings will look more like dirty cloth that he put on himself. So that'll look really nice. Green stuff is it's the putty that people use to sculpt and to fix up miniatures. So it's basically a two-part putty thing, right? So you mix it up. There's yellow and blue, and it mixes into green. And it stays sticky and kind of like putty for a while, and then it dries rock hard. Originally, it was used for plumbing and stuff, so it actually dries like super hard and really nice. So a lot of people used to use it for sculpting miniatures. Now people mostly use it for fixing up miniatures by adding a little green stuff to it, and then you can sculpt like extra weapons, or you can, you know, do whatever you like. I know some dude who took the Reaper werewolf and sculpted it into a outer space werewolf. That's pretty good. Okay. Happy with that guy too? Clearly I will have to do some, you know, little bits and pieces here and work. But he is looking pretty good. I really wanted to do a contest, but it's just I've been so busy and stuff. It's difficult to do because then you have to have like a decent prize and you have to make sure everybody's entries count and stuff. And I wanted to do one where I would give away like little owl bears, but I just have not had a chance to really get it set up. Sometime in the future, I'm definitely going to do that. Just not in the immediate future. I have not heard about Open Legend. I should really check out that. Alright. I'm gonna keep this guy on his little base here. I don't know if I'm gonna paint his claws. See, once you start getting finished with a miniature like this, you all of a sudden start to see the little bits and pieces that you missed before. So we've been going, how long has this been going? String's been going for about... Stream has been going about for an hour, and I'm pretty much almost done with these 4 miniatures, so that's not awful. Obviously, you know, speed painting stuff like this, you really don't want to be spending a ton of time on these minis. Bright orange for his eyes. Get that situated. That would be great. Washes pretty much. Now is just we want to do some highlights on this dragon to finish him off. I'm gonna do a little bit of dirty bone on his little bits and pieces here that are showing, including his horns. Again, I'm not gonna do his little I'm not gonna do the claws on his thing here, but just give it a little bit of spot of. Alright, You have a very nice evening, Lone Tech Wolf. Yeah, metal miniatures are very, very, very prone to breakage. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. I'm not really promoting these or anything. As you can see, my stream isn't it's not really set up. Like, I gotta figure out a way to get this so it's focused on what I'm doing all the time. See, it's focused on what's happening over here, and the only time it focuses is when I got it here, so... It'd be much nicer for people watching the stream if I was able to get that situated. Alright, so that's a nice little young dragon there. I think that works out nicely. Those are not quite dry yet. So maybe I'll just paint this guy's base here. Yeah, if I, in the future, if I get a better setup and I can actually, promote this a little bit, I'm sure I would get more people. There's a lot of stuff happening on the days that I have free, too. I mean, it's PAX this weekend, right? So I'm sure a lot of people are watching, like, even people who are not, like, they're watching the streams from PAX, so... Well, I gotta tell you, the more time I spend with these miniatures, the better I feel about this whole deal. I mean, look, this guy... Boom. This guy, frankly, I mean, this is a 16-cent miniature. Which, I mean, this guy looks pretty dang good for a 16-cent miniature. Very old school looking, very nice. I could have done some, maybe trimming here and there, maybe done some stuff, but let's see here. So pale. Let's see if we can paint this stuff to look like hay on his arms here. Complete our island look for this guy. Alright, see you later, Monster D20. Have a good time playing. So I want to get some That's pretty good looking. That's pretty cool. I gotta say, the two-headed Hawaiian ogre is it turned out to be a really nice miniature. I like him a lot. See, there's actually like a little bit of stuff on the base too, which is interesting. There's a little skull and stuff like that. What do I have brown here? Oh my god. Windows virus protection. These are really, super surprised about these. Right. Yeah, see, and I'm getting bogged down trying to make these guys look super good, despite the fact that they're really cheap miniatures, so I probably shouldn't be doing this much work on these. What can I say, though? I'm gonna give this guy a bronze axe. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brian. Again, I attempted to do speed painting on these, but just the old school, dumb-looking stuff on them just made me so want to really, try to do something more interesting. So I'm wasting too much time on cheap miniatures, but that's fine. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. Magic the Gathering games. Yeah, I bought a bunch of those from Five Below. Because, 24 whatever miniatures for $5, that's not bad. Yeah. 16-cent miniature. Yeah, these, I think, you know what? I'm going to have to put these in a much higher category than I first thought. Because, like I said, the primer stuck to them, which means this paint job is going to stick to them. I'm going to get them a heck of a run, and I think these are going to be some real nice workhorse miniatures that I can use. Once again. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, these miniatures really aren't awful compared to, like, you know, other stuff you've seen at this price point. I mean, frankly... Oh, yeah, let me say, what miniatures are these? No, these are... these... yeah. I think I already said this part. You're talking about something else in the chat, but, yeah, I don't know how to change that either. I gotta stop working on these, or else I'm gonna keep on messing around with these guys. As fun as these guys are. Yeah, that's the thing. Now we hit the Christmas music, which is not very good. Well, it's Christmas too.
I can't wait to see what illusion you've come up with for us. One of those romantic boy meets girl, boy loses girl stories?
It's better than that.
There we go. I don't know. This guy obviously was supposed to be something. I'm not sure if he was supposed to be a child etching or not, but he's definitely turned into the two-headed ogre, Hawaiian ogre. He's, you know, he's such a good sculpt. They could have just done like a crappy job, but they actually gave him a little bit of personality, which I enjoy. So that's very nice. This is from the Amazon Fantasy Creatures Action playset. 90 pieces Monster Battle Novelty Toy Collection. So obviously most of them are going to be too big. Whoa, holy crap. We okay? Man, it was almost a horrible... Just a horrible explosion there happened. Alright. Let's see here. Is that good? There we go. Alright. See you later, Nice Ben. Thank you for dropping by. Alright, so let's see what we got here. This I didn't use, that I didn't use. Let's keep that over there. See what happens.
Start with inhale, exhale. Inhale deeply, rise onto your toes, and stretch arms high. Exhale, lower the heels, so arms out and down. Again, inhale and stretch high.
Bits and pieces here. Finish these guys off. Well, I wish I could be more entertaining. Unfortunately, it's just one of these days where I get a nice surprise that some of these miniatures aren't as awful as I first thought. So I just don't really have much to say or do other than just paint them. I mean, come on. There's just, if I can get a shot of this goofy skull here. I mean, come on. That's amazing. I like how there's like little stuff like that. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, no, I thought I was going to super regret the purchase here, and these guys are actually really nice. Super happy I got this. Obviously, I love, like, you know, old school looking goofy miniatures like this. So. Alright, so we're creeping up on 1 hour and 40 minutes. So, I definitely do not want to get over that. Because that is no good to spend too much time, even if the miniatures are nice and goofy like these. So I did 4 of them. I could have stopped after an hour, which would have been a good amount of time. Instead, I kept on going, which is okay. But, I don't know. I'll have to see how these guys... So, yeah. So we did 4 miniatures today. Very nice. And I think I'm going to end the stream right here. Nice shot of the 4 miniatures here.
I've got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else but you.
Alright, so let's just take a quick look at what we've done this evening.
Tell me the ring and I'll jump right through. Show me the ring and I'll jump right through.
So,
Show me the ring and I'll jump right
first off, we have our dragon miniature guy. Went, you know, pretty good here.
through.
Whoa, yep, and I might just get disconnected. Oh, everything's falling apart. Oh, wow, this is annoying. Oh, I can't believe can't believe it. You've seen my lack of cable management. Alright, so let's just see here. Yeah, so dragon, I'm not sure if that thing was supposed to be a spike, or I'm not quite sure. Obviously, you can't really see it. But, you know what? This turned out to be okay. A very nice young dragon there. And then we have, I think, the best miniature of the night. The dreaded two-headed Hawaiian ogre. On his tiny, tiny little stand. What a great miniature. A little bit of fun detail in there. Obviously, I don't know what this thing was originally supposed to be, but he will forever now be known as the Hawaiian two-headed ogre. Very nice. And then we have our other ogre. I'm not exactly sure what this was supposed to be. An ogre. Yeah, this is a really nice... This is Casey Calhoun. That's what this is. Very nice. So let's see here if we can get this guy to focus. Yeah, so this is like our ogre guy who I think is supposed to be some sort of orc, actually. But he's too big to be an orc, so he will have to be a stunted half ogre or something like that. Really nice. Of course, we have the absolutely goofy skull on his base, and his pink arraignment, which you guys suggested. So great job with that. And finally, we have our oversized wizard, who is now an oversized wizard statue, which will be placed in a dungeon, and he will point the correct way for players to go to avoid traps and whatnot. So that is what is going to happen with that miniature. And again, we have done pretty well, folks. In about 1 hour, 45 minutes, we have completely finished 4 miniatures. 4 miniatures, of course, of dubious quality. I bought these at Amazon for $15 for 90 of them. I was unsure of the quality. Half of these probably are not going to be usable at all. But the ones are usable, I really actually like. So, as far as I could see, when I cleaned them thoroughly and cleaned them with rubbing alcohol, the primer stuck to them very well. They passed the thumbnail test. They passed the bend test, which is very important. So, I'm hoping I can give these guys a heavy spray of matte varnish. Well, not a spray, because it is still winter. It got warm there, I was hoping. But yeah, no, it's probably going to just be brush-on varnish and bingo bango. I think that these will be useful, especially the two-headed Hawaiian ogre. Yeah. Again, I'm hesitant. I say I'm very, very hesitant to suggest these guys. Well, I'm hesitant. Whoa. See, this is... Yeah, see, I can't see anything. I'm hesitant to suggest these guys because I've not fully vetted them as of yet. But frankly... Oh, what is this? This is the Sunny Holidays. This is the standard YouTube music, so... But yeah, no, I have not fully gone through these. These have taken primer well, so if you are interested, these are available on Amazon right now. The price went up since I bought them, but they were available... oh, wow, they actually went up a lot. So they're actually $18 now instead of the $15 that I paid. So yeah, I will not suggest anybody buy these. I don't know if they're worth the price yet. I think a couple of these captured my attention. I really don't know. Again, the two-headed Hawaiian ogre guy was really nice, and there are a bunch of him in there. But there's also a bunch of miniatures which are not as useful. So I can't recommend these. You'll have to see. If you are just starting out with miniatures, I would suggest that you look for cheap miniatures through the Knowles Ears and the Reaper miniatures or the D&D board game sets, because those miniatures, I know for a fact, all keep paint well and won't chip off or anything. These, I don't know. I'll have to maybe knock them around a little bit tomorrow, throw them off the balcony a couple times to see if the paint chips off them, and maybe put them through some sort of other stress test to see what's going on. But I mean, it was worth it for $15. Whether it's worth it for $18 for you, you'll have to make that judgment. If you're just starting out, like I said, I would suggest you probably go for, looking on eBay and looking for Reaper Bones and Knowles Ears Marvelous Miniatures. Okay, so I gotta get going. But you guys have a nice evening, and I will see you soon as I return to do even more D&D cheap miniatures and other content like this. Please follow me on Facebook, Blandco TV, and I will also try to start putting the next streams a little bit earlier on here as well. So you guys have a great evening. Goodbye.